Junkies!
Hawkeye's second episode came out today. Trick arrows,
Third
like
episode.
I said, for the win, baby. I mean, today's episode was better than the first two, without question. Took a lot of a darker turn, I feel like. The introduction of Echo, and the mystery surrounding her. So, you saw this episode or
not yet? Not yet.
Okay,
but, you can give spoilers. I started watching yesterday.
Yeah, that's fine.
I watched maybe the first 10-15 minutes of Hawkeye.
Oops.
And I actually I dozed off, not because I was bored.
What?
I know it's a great show. I'm sure I had spent a lot of time traveling this Thanksgiving weekend, so I was just exhausted beyond all comprehension. So I did pass out on it, but I plan on rewatching.
That's fair.
Up.
That's fair.
So, Wolverine Solid X, with like the Easter egg, was that Kang on the poster in the wall in Katie's apartment? In Katie's mom's apartment?
No, her aunt.
Oh, in her aunt's apartment.
Because remember, she had all those movies. She was like an actress or something.
Oh, that's right.
There's one thing I want to say.
Oh, go ahead. No, take the floor. Go ahead.
And this is going to sound kind of crass, and it's nothing against Scarlett Johansson. But personally, I think they should have made Hawkeye into the movie because just the way the TV show is actually going, it seems like it's set up more as like a movie where the backstories are not so prevalent, even though it's there. Mm-hmm. I feel like this could have been a movie, and they could have made it a Christmas movie. Could have been great, whatever. Black Widow needed to be a TV show because of all the backstory that needed to go into it.
Hey, more Yelena would have been great for me.
Yeah, that's basically all I have to say about it.
Here's the thing, and again, I don't disagree with you. But you're talking about which Black Widow? You talking about the new, like Yelena?
The movie Black Widow that came out should have been the TV show.
You're not going to get Scarlett for a TV show, though. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Because you got to remember, her price tag is not low at all.
What do you guys think about that movie, Black Widow?
I enjoyed it. I
liked it.
I liked. It was weird to see because it's like, okay, she's going to die. So it was just like, okay, here's a story you're going to tell. That's fine. But I kind of wish, like Dido said, they could have made it a TV show so you could explore more. But given the actress, you're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, they didn't, so whatever.
No, go ahead, Ray. What were you about to say?
I enjoyed the movie. I loved the fight choreography. I loved the humor. I loved everything. I loved when they were making fun of the superhero landing. Mm-hmm. I loved everything. The only thing I didn't really care for too much was Taskmaster.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, I have my theories about that. We can talk about that later. But we got to talk more about Hawkeye right now. And one of the things I want to know, if anybody out there, because both Preem and I thought this before I started seeing stuff on the internet about it. So it's not the internet that it is, and it may be wishful thinking, but I'm going to ask the chat out there, the CJ chat, who do you think Uncle is?
Oh, that's the big one.
That's the big question. Who do you think Uncle is? Because I think Uncle is Kingpin. And though before I knew about the comic book, we don't think we know. We wish that they bring in Kingpin into the current MCU, right? Yeah. And this is a perfect opportunity, mainly because the comic book involves Kingpin. And this storyline is really, from what I've been told, closely pulled from the comic book. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
No, it'll be cool to see. My main thing that I really, really enjoyed with this episode when I watched it was Kate's first actual action shot as far as shooting an arrow, in sense of, teaming up with Hawkeye. I love the one shot that they did in that sequence where it was literally they got in the car and that cameraman it was probably a RoboCam, but that camera was just literally panning around the entire car.
Yeah, no,
inside,
that was cool.
Outside, and then by the time Kate gets to her shot, that's the first time you get a cut, when she actually takes her first shot. So I thought that was actually really cool the way they did that. And I liked that he's acknowledging her skill without promoting like, hey, jump into this hero life, because he gave her the downside of it too. So I like seeing Hawkeye, especially because I like Jeremy Renner as an actor. I like seeing him forced into this mentor role, very
reluctantly,
very reluctant. So it's really cool to see, and he plays it really well. Like I said, Renner is a really good actor.
Yeah,
and he plays that reluctant hero really well.
You remember
Now,
where he got his big break from?
What movie?
Hurt Locker.
There it is.
It was a Hurt Locker. That was really
Hurt Locker was his big breakout.
Really? That movie
Hurt
was
Locker
what?
was
Only
it.
like what? 12 years old or something like that?
Hurt Locker might be older than that because remember the MCU is 11 years old. Actually 12 now. Actually, no, the MCU is 13 years old, 2008.
With Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah, he showed up in the MCU in Thor, so that was 2 years in. But yeah, Hurt Locker was I think Hurt Locker was 04. I think something like that. It's been a minute.
Hurt Locker the musical. What the hell?
I don't know about all
Rogers
that.
the musical?
I don't know about
Right.
all that.
IEDs and singing off keys.
Oh, Hurt Locker was okay. Hurt Locker
Yeah, I
was
like
08
that.
too. Then
2009, according to what I saw, filmed by Catherine Bigelow. Why is it 2008, 2009? How's that even possible? 2000. Look at that.
That's
Well, while they're
unless
looking
it
at
came
that,
out, unless it came out domestically in December and then internationally a week later or something in
guess that's
January or
possible.
something like that.
right. So, for my part, I don't think it's Kingpin.
Yeah,
At all.
I know.
I don't think-
because, like you said, it'd be too obvious to the
way too
fans
obvious.
to be Kingpin, and
Exactly.
As soon as you said that, I was just like, you would have to go.
And look, how many times are fans going to set themselves up for this?
Every single
foolishness?
time, it's like
It's
it's Mephisto.
Mephisto.
Yeah, it's Mephisto
It's
again.
Mephisto
Someone brought up that
all
name.
the time.
No, not the bees.
Right.
Yeah.
And the one time they weren't expecting anything is when Kang shows up in Loki.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh my God, it's Kang.
Yeah.
See, I knew that was happening because it was the one time where it's just like y'all would be like, you set yourselves up. I'm like, the actor has to say he's not in it.
Yeah.
In the interview because he wants his job. You know what I'm saying? They'll recast him in a heartbeat if he like gets too out of hand. So of course he's gonna say I'm not in it when he's in it.
So speaking of actors denying their involvement in film,
I know what you going to say, right?
Andrew Garfield.
I knew he was gonna say it. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Now, clearly, in my opinion, from that trailer, you could tell there's somebody else with him in those shots.
Absolutely.
So clearly, I think they are really in it. As much as they've been trying to deny it, I think they really are in it, for sure.
I look at it this way: if I was ever a Spider-Man actor and I got that Spider-Man royalty checks coming, guess what? I'm gonna shut up. I don't need to say nothing to y'all. I don't owe y'all any explanation. Y'all don't know if I'm working or not. So if I'm in that movie, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Because it's like, why would you even mess with that? That's
Right.
that's guaranteed Disney money. Even though it's Sony,
Yeah.
Disney's kind of in there, so
Exactly.
you might get a little bit of
Wolverine Solid X got jokes. He said it's Tombstone.
that
Now,
would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
because I do
but
like Tombstone. As a
I
character.
do, man. But Fallen Marvel had asked, who else is a Kingpin underling? Well, Bullseye is, but I don't see
I don't see
Bullseye as a uncle.
Bullseye ain't that family dude like that.
No, honestly, I think it's Swordsman, who is basically Jack. But she calls him Jack, but it's really Jacques Duquesne. It's really Jacques.
But okay, hold on now. I guess he could be her
gotta look
uncle
at this
because
hand
it's
right
like
here.
he's.
I'm gonna analyze this hand.
oh my God, he's
Is-
studying
is-
pictures now.
Is it a white person's hand versus
Oh yeah, most
potentially
definitely is.
Okay.
I gotta see another picture of Vincent D'Onofrio.
Because here's the other thing: it might not be a true blood relative uncle. Because people
yeah.
people have people they call uncle. Yeah. So it could easily be Kingpin, or like you said, maybe it is Jacques, Jack, or whatever you want to
Jack,
call him.
Jacques.
So,
Jacques
man
Duquesne.
over there parrying swords without even looking.
Well, according to what I've been seeing on the internet as the YouTube videos that I watch that basically
boy.
talk about this stuff, they said that Jacques whatever was the guy that taught Hawkeye how to do all that stuff when they were in the circus together.
In the yeah.
That's interesting.
Swordsman. Yeah.
Well, your Google Assist is trying to
But
jump
of
in.
course, nobody called on you.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed that clip. Make sure you check out our live content on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/culturejunkies. We also have a lot of content available on YouTube, unboxings as well as Blu-ray reviews. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/culturejunkies. And on top of all of that, if you go to culturejunkies.net, you can check out our merch store. The link is culturejunkies.net/merch. There's a lot of great merchandise there. So there's links and logos and stuff all around me. So check those out, and we will see you next time.